Hi, welcome. Thank you for taking a few minutes to just go over the math and make sure you understand well for the test that's coming up. We'll go ahead and take a look at problems 6 through 8 in this particular video, and let's just see how we're doing. Okay, so here we go. Number 6 through 8. Let's share this document cam so we can look at what we're doing. So this problem right here talks about right away asking you what questions in the diagram appear to be obtuse. Now, we do have to understand that in this case, diagrams can be misleading, but we're trying not to be misleading. We're saying whatever it looks like is really what it is. So remember, I'm looking for any angles that are above 90 degrees. So the two angles that appear to be above 90 degrees that would match that definition would be this one up here and this one down here, because the angles on this side appear to be acute. They're small. So I would immediately reject angles 1 and angle 3 as being incorrect values because those appear to be at least acute angle. And I do believe that angle 2 would be a valid answer to that question. Now, when it gets to the letters, that's a little bit harder because this says QUT, and sometimes people have trouble, but remember, you're going to trace QUT, where U is the vertex. QUT is another name for angle 1, and we already rejected that. Second one is RUS. Well, RUS is over here, and that's another name for angle 3, and we already rejected that as well. But SUT, that is actually tracing this bottom angle right here, and that does appear to be a correct value that would be a bit obtuse. So I think we could rightfully say these are the two solutions. Now, number 7, without specifically saying so, is actually using the angle addition postulate, that if you took the left angle plus the right angle, that should be the entire angle. And if you look at what this says, it says the measure of angle YMC, that's this entire angle right here, is 170 degrees. So our angle addition postulate says angle 1, the left angle plus the right angle must together sum up to the entire angle. And we could put parentheses around them or not. It really doesn't matter too much, but sometimes people like it a little better when we do. So since all of this stuff is on the same side together, the first thing I would like to do is clean up the area a little bit. And I have 5 x's and 5 more x's, which would make 10 x's. I also have like terms right here with a 19 and a 1, which would make 20. And now we're going to use the subtraction property to take 20 away from both sides. I have got 10x equals 150. And of course, if we know that 10x is 150, I could very quickly divide both sides by 10. And I got x equals 15. Now, the interesting thing about these problems is sometimes we think we're done when in reality we're not. And on the test, that may not be the answer. It may say x is 15, it may not. If you look back at the question, it says find YMA. Whoops. What is the measure of angle YMA? And it says, what is the measure of angle AMC? Oops. YMA is this top angle right here. So YMA would be 5 x's, so 5 of those 15s plus 19. And AMC is 5 of those x's, so 5 of those 15s plus 1. So I actually wasn't done when I found what x was. So let's see what we got. 5 times 15 plus 19 appears to be 94 degrees. So the measure of angle YMA should have been 94. 5 times 15 plus 1, on the other hand, is 76. Now, some of you guys were like, oh, shoot, you made me do more work. But we actually did that on purpose, 94 plus 76. Because what we wanted you to see that if you put those two angles together, you in fact get the 170, which is a nice simple way of checking our answers. Okay. Number 8, the last one for this particular video. It says that angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair. So remember, if you have a linear pair, we have two angles that together are side by side. That's very important. Pair means two, linear. So that literally means two angles that make a line, and I have that. And it says that angle 1, I'm going to call this one angle 1 and this one over here angle 2, It says that angle 1 is 5x plus 13. It also says that angle 2 over here is 14x minus 4. But we should know one of our theorems said that if you ever have a linear pair, they have to be supplementary. They must add up to 180. So I'm going to go ahead and take the left one plus the right one and get 180 degrees. And so I'm going to put that together. 5x's and 14 makes 19. 13 take away 4 is 9. Now, of course, I've kind of cleaned up both sides, but now it's time to try to get the x by itself. So I think I'd like to subtract the 9 from both sides. And then if I divide both sides by 19, let's see, what is 171 divided by 19? And it looks like I got x equals 9. And very similar to that problem, it never asked you what x was. It asked you what angle 2 was. So let's see. I know that angle 2 should be 14 x's, but x is 9, so 14 times 9 minus 4. So I found out that the measure of angle 2 should be 122 degrees. And I could stop there. I just usually don't. I go ahead and plug in the other one too, because 5 times 9 plus 13 is 58. Now, it never asked me what angle 1 was, but I like to do that because now I can validate that those do, in fact, add up to 180. So I feel comfortable in my result of saying that the measure of angle 2 is 122 degrees. Hopefully that was helpful. We'll be back for number 9 and 10 in another video. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.